Hey everybody, how's it going? Happy Tuesday to you, man. What a great day. What a great day. Hey, thanks for tuning in to my YouTube video this morning, guys. I just got through having breakfast. It's about 6 o'clock exactly right here, 6 a.m. I hope the news is not too loud in the background. Anyways, I was just thinking I got to get my day started off with a video because normally I like to make a post on my Facebook page, something positive, something inspirational for people, and then I like to try to make a video. Sometimes not all the time they come out early, sometimes it's on into the day, but a couple of people that have joined the team, in the last few days have said, they always ask that question, hey, Mark, how did you get involved with the business, with the online business? Great question. It really is a great icebreaker question when people ask me that. I love to tell the story. It's very simple. So I'll go ahead and jump right in. Don't want to make this video long. I know your time is very, very valuable. And I thank you in advance for watching the video. But anyways, this photo right here is a photo of the company that I used to work for. See, it's Intergraph. You see on the top of the building up there where it says Intergraph, and there's one right here that says Hexagon. Hexagon bought this company, Intergraph, many years ago. I was 46 then. I'm 53 now. So 6, 7 years ago, Hexagon bought out Intergraph. And guys, I was an HVAC guy. That's heating and air conditioning. Okay, that's my background. That's my claim to fame, with the exception of the 8 years I spent in the Navy. That's really all the formal education that I've had. So I was in charge of maintaining the heating and cooling of this facility right here. This is actually the brand new facility out there. We had 25 or 30 surrounding buildings before this building came along, and when this building did come along, they went to the updated version of the heating and cooling, which you can put behind this little area up in here. So they didn't have the conventional air conditioning units like you might have on the side of your home or on the side of your building. So there was not a demand for that many people. Okay, with it all up here, 2 or 3 or 4 people now is all they needed. So, with 20 of us running around taking care of 700 units, and now it's consolidated into 1 or 2 units, they didn't need us all. So, one thing led to another, and then a layoff. Okay, well, I wasn't the senior man. I wasn't even close to the senior man, even with my many years of my time in service with Intergraph right there. So I started looking around. Like I say, I was 47, and I knew I couldn't just go back out into the industry and find a job just like that. It's hard for a person like me who's been working for a long, long time, kind of on their own, not really with supervision. I was established as somebody they trusted, so I pretty well just took care of what I was supposed to take care of, as opposed to going out and finding another job, a job that was paying me as much as this job was paying me. I was making good money. I had insurance with Blue Cross and what have you, and I was going to lose all that when I got laid off. So I discovered marketing. I'd been looking at it for a while, seeing what some of the folks were doing with it, how they were making money. So I reached out to this young lady in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I called her on the telephone, told her who I was, and I said, Bridget, I said, I have 2 questions for you, ma'am. I said, I want to know how much money you're making and how long does it take you to make it. Okay, that's a lot of questions that you guys have for me now when you call me. And then she went into her pitch about the business, and she said, Mark, she said, in a nutshell, she said, I'm 23 and I have 3 kids. So to me, she already had a full-time job taking care of her children. So I expected the number for her to give me very, very low because of the kids she had to take care of. I mean, after all, at 23, you're a kid taking care of kids, right? But anyway, she was a great lady, and she said, Mark, I make around $350 to $400, and I make that in a week's time. Well, that like blew my mind because I said, Bridget, I said, you're already busy with your kids and stuff. And she said, yeah, but I've got a very good sponsor. I got a very good mentor who helps me posting ads and helps me to place ads in certain spots in strategic locations. And he helps me with my traffic. He's got a script for me. He makes it very, very easy for me. So it's not that difficult to make that much money. She said she was serious about it and that, she wanted to make some changes in her life early. And I admire her, 23 years old. I mean, my hat's off to her. I mean, 350 a week with 3 kids. That's not $1 million, guys, but that is phenomenal for a 23-year-old young lady. Okay, so I said, Bridget, I said, I'm a single man with no kids. I said, let's just assume that I can probably do twice that because I can probably give it twice the effort since I don't have what you have, with the family and all. And she said, Mark, if I didn't have 3 kids and I didn't have a boyfriend, to take care of, she said I would do, $700,000 a week, no problem. She said my sponsor is a tremendous guy. He works with me. He takes my calls. He has a training group, and he shows me exactly what I need to do. So I'm not searching all over, trying to put all this together and make it work for me. Okay. So, anyways, I said, look, okay, Bridget, I tell you what, I said, I don't care. She explained to me that, well, there were different levels to come on. I said, I want to come in with you. I want to come in at the level that you came in on. I want to do exactly what you're doing. I want step one, step two, step three. I want to know exactly, precisely what it is you're doing. Don't hold back with me. Show me what to do. I'm getting ready to get laid off. I want to know what it is you're doing so maybe I can work on my own. And I joined her, and I did some Craigslist advertising, and she showed me where to post, in the paid cities. I didn't do free traffic. I wanted success. Okay, free traffic generally generates people wanting free stuff, so they're just not the type of people that I wanted to connect with me. They all want something for free. They didn't understand that um, a business takes a little investment with not only your time but for advertising. So she taught me Craigslist marketing. She taught me how to advertise in those little small, thrifty nickel newspapers. And those are the 2 places that I used for a couple of years. And I'm telling you guys, right out of the gate, I hit $800, I hit $900, I hit $1,000 a lot of times. But I got up every morning and I did exactly what Bridget told me to do. She said, every morning, I want you to do this, I want you to do this, I want you to do this. She had a task for me every day. She had something for me to do each and every day instead of just randomly scrolling through Facebook. And I didn't really know that much about Facebook back then. I had a little account, but it was like with my people, my family, I was focused on Craigslist and I was focused on those little thrifty nickel newspapers because, there are still people that want to have a paper in their hands, So anyways, but I was my income from this online business, this My Cash Freebies, and that was the name of the business. And I'm currently still involved with that business. I love it, and that's what I'm teaching this year. Was starting to match my income from Intergraph right here, which I thought was like, wow. And I've arrived. I've made it. Okay. And I said, Bridget, we developed a relationship over the telephone. I said, what I want from you now, if you don't mind, is I would like to upgrade to the top level, and is it possible for me to connect with you and your team and the man that you have been working with all this time? In which case I did. I met the man, and he and I became great friends. We created a training group. My results got even bigger. It's hard to say. I started doing offline marketing with business cards, with flyers, with magnets on the truck, with signs in the yard, with Craigslist, with that thrifty nickel newspaper. I still wasn't on Facebook yet. I wasn't comfortable talking with people in the chat box. I didn't really understand Facebook, so I was using those other methods right there. But in a short time, and I'm talking about weeks. Okay, I was already making $700, $800 a week right from the start with Bridget. Okay, right from the very, very start. And then when I learned from this other man, Chris, what he was doing, he was actually providing the traffic to her, providing the sites to her. I began to do it myself. And then my team exploded, so my results exploded, okay? So that's kind of my business, my from beginning to where I'm at now story. I'm not a rich guy. I don't make six figures, but I don't have any problems making a living from home. And when I tell somebody that they can make a living, I expect them to make $800, $1,000 a week. At least in Huntsville, Alabama, that's a pretty decent living. Okay. You may require more than that. You may require less than that. But I want to give you uh, the number that I'm making. Okay, I can't guarantee you'll make that. We can't guarantee anything at all. Okay, this is the income disclaimer part of this video right here. I don't know if you're a go-getter like me. I don't know if you're going to sit on the couch. I don't know if you're going to be serious about this. So I can't guarantee you any sort of income. Okay, but I can guarantee you this, if you join me, and I'll send you a link, if that's what you want, in the description box below this video. I'll also have that link. I'll have a place for you to connect with me on Facebook. And I'm always giving out that free gift for the folks who join me. I'd love to share with you and talk with you on the telephone about what it is I'm doing, okay, how to make the kind of money I'm making. If you want to have success, if you want to be your own boss, or you want to fire your boss, or even if you just want to do this part-time and create an extra little stream of income to pay down some bills, or maybe to surprise your family with a little vacation, or buy something very special for your family, or do something special for yourself, then this might be something for you, okay? There's no auto ship, meaning there's no monthly fee. There's no monthly admin fee. There's absolutely nothing for you to purchase here. You're simply trying out a few trial offers to meet your qualifications. That's it, okay? If you don't like it, what it is you try, you simply cancel it, and you're still qualified for the rest of your life, okay? But, if you want to join me, guys, be serious about it. Be serious about making some changes in your life. I walked away from this right here. I walked away from Blue Cross Insurance. I walked away from making $20+ an hour now. I go out there now, and this is a restaurant on the bottom floor. I go out there and eat breakfast, from time to time, or eat lunch. And I talk with some of my old friends, and they're like, "Hey, how's it going? How's the business going?" And they're very happy for me, and they're very happy they're working there, and it's all great. But if you're looking for something that won't interfere with what it is you're doing now, okay, either part-time, for, like I said earlier, an extra stream of income, or full-time, something that you can do to create a full-time income for yourself, and call the shots and be the boss and fire your boss, then look in the description box below. Okay, contact me on Facebook. I'll leave the link for you to register right there. My email address, so you can contact me. If you call me, leave me a message. I don't know, if you're serious. If you don't leave me a message, I want to know that you're serious. I want to work with serious people. Guys, that's about it. I mean, I'm not going to go into some long, drawn-out story about how I didn't have success, because I did have decent success because I paid attention. And the funny thing is I learned from a 23-year-old woman. God bless her, and I love her, and she's still at it today, and she had 3 kids, which are 6, 7 years old now, and we talk and we laugh about this, and it's really fun to reminisce. I've never met Bridget, but she's a wonderful woman, and I'm so grateful that I met her, and I made that phone call to her, and she shared with me what she was doing to change her life, and it would be my pleasure to share with you what it is I'm doing, okay? Guys, you have a great Tuesday. Again, the description box below. Contact me. Let's talk. Let's see if where you are and get you started. And we will see you on the next video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like and comment the video. Thanks. Bye bye.